బాగున్నారు అప్పుడు సెకండ్ దేవుడు అంతా బాగా. థ్యాంక్ యూ. Great. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajadana Randana Yamuna Tirabhanachari 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 Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Jai Radha Gopi Vallabha Radha Gopi Vallabha Radha Jai Radha Gopi Vallabha Radha Gopi Vallabha Jai Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radha Jai Radha Madan Mohan Jai Jagannatha Shri Radha Gopi Vallabh ki jai, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Nitai Gaur Hari Premanand. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadadi Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी। वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधार शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपः कुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौ ब्राह्मणहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयति गिरिमित्रपहतमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं श्री परमानंद माधवं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरम्। ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्ष सभ्याभ्यन्तरं शुचे। श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु। Hare Krishna. Very, very happy to see all of you. Good to see you back. Thank you. Like we always say, Om Pavitro Pavitro Va Sarvavastham Gatopi Va Yat Smaret Pundarikaksha Sabhya Bhantaram Suche. Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. The meaning of this is whether I'm pure or whether I'm impure. Om apavitro pavitra. Whether I'm pure or I'm impure. Right? Om apavitro pavitro. Sarvavastham gatopiva. In whatever situation of life I am in whatever situation. Sometimes it's good situation, sometimes it's bad situation. Right? Yat smaret pundarikaksha. If I just remember the holy name of God, the beautiful eyes of God. Pundarikaksha means the beautiful eyes of God. Right? If I just remember that, Sa Bhya Abhyantaram Suche. All fear, all inauspiciousness is gone. Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. Right? So, yeah, sometimes our health is good, sometimes our health is bad. But in whatever situation we are in, we have to keep chanting, we have to be in association of devotees, and we should continue this satsang until our last breath. This is not a endeavor that will finish after Bhagavad Gita gets over. The Bhagavad Gita will get over one day. If Krishna allows, it will get over here. Right? So after that what? Okay, abhi ho gaya mera, abhi main. No, it will continue. It has to continue till the last breath. We have to do next Srimad Bhagavatam. Then we should do Chaitanya Charitamrita. Then we should do Upadeshamrita. Then we should do again Bhagavad Gita. Again, until our last breath, we should remember that we are here to become ready to go back to God. This whole life is to become ready to go back to God. In Srimad Bhagavatam, uh, the sages in Naimasharanya ask 6 questions to Sutta Goswami. There are 6 questions. They said, please tell us answers of these 6 questions. First question was, what is the most important and perfect activity for any living entity? Any living entity. They are not saying human beings. They are not saying animals. They are not saying devatas. They say, for any living entity, what is the most important and pure activity that they should do? And the answer for that question is to perform devotional service to the Supreme Lord in this life. Right? Every other activity will be done. That will be taken care by our karma, that will be taken care by our, piety, our punya karma, whatever we have done, everything will happen. You'll get money, you'll get good health also comes with good past, good activities. But one activity that we should never stop is satsang. One activity that should never stop is our devotion towards God. Right? Our endeavor we should not stop. In any case, we should not stop. Whether even in this satsang, whether I'm there, whether I'm not there, you should have that zeal that I want to go somewhere else and continue this. Because when we are infected by cancer and say we are getting treatment in a hospital, if that hospital closes, will we stop our treatment? No, we will not stop our treatment because we have to get treated. Cancer has to go. We'll go to another hospital. Right? In the same way, we have to make sure that we continue. That is my only request. My greatest happiness, my personal greatest happiness is when I see all of you on Sunday morning. But my even more greatest happiness will be if Sunday morning doesn't happen, you are there in Bhakti Center on Sunday evening. Right? Because somewhere you are continuing. That is the whole goal. This is not to make any group or, I'm not any gang leader that I'm preparing a gang. Something like that. Right? We are all doing service here. Right? We are all trying to get connected with Krishna. Right? So my humble request, please maintain that enthusiasm and never let that enthusiasm to go down. Enthusiasm is bhakti. The what do you, what can you say? उत्साह होता है, उत्साह वही हमारा भक्ति है. जिस दिन उत्साह कम हो गया, भक्ति गया. Right? I have to also remember that until I have that enthusiasm, whether my health is good, bad, recovered, doesn't matter. Wherever I am there, right? And Krishna gives us that opportunities. Krishna gives us that he is actually running everything. He is actually running everything. There were some very very sick and distressed people who were there in the Nature Cure Hospital when I went. And I decided I'm not going to preach anybody there because I have to fix my back, right? But just because I'm putting my just because I'm putting my tilak, right? Some people called me, Are you are putting tilak, you are Hare Krishna people. I said, Yes, I'm Hare Krishna people. I have to go for massage. Are, we can, do you know how they sing very nice bhajans? You know how to sing bhajan. I can't say no. So, okay, we'll sing in the evening. Right? So we sat in the evening and then we started singing bhajan. Three people are there. Suddenly, four, five people saw. They also came and sat. Another four, five people saw. 20 people joined. They're like, what is happening here? Sunday morning is repeating it. Right? But they were in distress. And people are getting discharged one by one. It's not like they come and stay there forever. So they were getting discharged. So I was thinking, what is that one message I should give them before they go? So I was repeating the same, almost the same thing every day. That please chant the holy names. That is the Yoga Dharma. Before you leave this Nature Cure Hospital, please chant the holy names. Right? Make sure that you understand that if any other activities you do puja, you do yajna, you do anything. But in this Kali Yuga, please chant the holy names, and this is the mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Please chant, please chant, please chant. So people started, at least while I am there, they chanted and then they left. And I told them, wherever you're going to different cities, get connected with the Satsang. I will try to connect you with Satsang. If you want, message me like that. There were many people distressed. So I felt maybe Krishna wanted me to go there for some time. So that I'm also treated. And some people are getting some small message through me. I'm getting that little additional service, right? Some doctors used to come and see me. They're like, I'm chanting, I'm doing my Gayatri, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Then my books were there. Couple of books I took. Every evening I used to sit and read for some time. So they used to look at the books. I'll tell you one instance. How how difficult this material life is. A family of husband, wife, two daughters and a son. Right, two daughters and a son. Daughter, son, and daughter, like that sequence. So uh, their son was 23 years old. Right, father just retired, and simple family, middle class family. Right, he married his elder daughter. Son is 23 years old, and he got a good job, right? Everything going on fine. And the son met with an accident, on somewhere near Nizampet, some flyover construction. It was going in the morning, lorry came in the opposite direction, hard it happened, and he almost died. He almost died. And basically, the bike went between the wheels. He got head injury. And he lost his uh, ability to speak, and he lost his entire right side of the body, right? Doesn't function. Then he lost so actually they thought that he'll die. He was in ICU in coma for a long time. Surprisingly, he woke up and they brought him home. 5 years his father took him all over India to fix. Son, mera beta hai, I have to fix. He's a 23-year-old boy, all educated, completely run the family. He can also start his. In that situation, it happened. He took him to all the hospitals. He spent all his fortune, little money that he had. He married his younger daughter just 1 year back. So he married his younger daughter. Now he's still working on his son. The distress was so much that with so much pain, he also died. His father also died. He got a heart attack because he could not see his son in that situation, right? And that mother brought that son to the Nature Cure Hospital, and the bed was just beside, you know, 2 3 beds from me, and she was feeding her son, and she was crying as she was feeding. What to do? What can she do? What is her life?
Huh? What worse can happen? And what is she waiting for? And she looked at me. I was going in, I just went to her to give some solace. She told me, it would have been nice, Prabhuji, if my son would have died. What is the use of his living like this that I'm feeding? That I'm, there is a caretaker now. I'm trying to fix him in this hospital. I've gone through so many hospitals. For a mother to say that is, it's inconceivable. A mother will never say that. No, mother will never say that my son would have died. Right? Even though in whatever situation the child might be, mother will take care of the child, but she will never say, but that is the amount of pain that is there in this material world. Right? As soon as I heard that, I was so disturbed. I was so disturbed. Of course, I know this is material world, but I could not stand there. I literally went away from there, sat and couldn't stop my tears. It was very difficult to accept what a mother is going through and what is her future. What is she curing him for? He may not even get cured. He's 29 years old now, right? 29 years old. Maybe he has good ayu, good amount of life left. But his life is going to benefit whom? To admit, brother. So, Prabhuji and Mataji, we should understand that this material world is as beautiful as it looks, as worse it can become in a fraction of a second. Everything can change. All our plans, all our settlement, all our securities, all our feeling that we are okay can change in a fraction of a second. Bhagavatam is training us, spirituality is training us to face that. Don't think that we will not get difficulties. I'm coming to Satsang, we will not get difficulties. No. In fact, maybe we are going to get difficulties. That is the reason Krishna has brought us here. He's preparing us for that moment, right? And the amount of pain that we are experiencing in our respective lives, whatever situation of life you are in, right? Sarvavastham gatopiva. In whatever situation in that we are in, yet smaret pundarikaksha. Remember that Supreme Lord and understand that He is actually orchestrating everything. He is the one who is giving this pain to us. No doubt. Is God giving pain? Yes, He is giving pain because He doesn't want us to stay here and He wants us to prepare to come back to Him because that is the goal of life. That is the goal of life. Always remember that. As long as we remember this, that is knowledge. Right? That is what we discussed from verse number 8 to verse number 13, verse number 12. 3 weeks back or 4 weeks back, we discussed. What is knowledge? Knowledge means to understand this. This is the secret. Right? We are in this material world. We will go through everything. But remember what is the goal? The goal is to go back to Him. And for that, whatever happens in our life, whatever happens, it might seem inauspicious externally. But if we remember Krishna, if we accept that Krishna, okay, you are preparing me to come back to you, everything is auspicious. Everything is auspicious. We lose our family, we lose our children, we lose our properties, we lose our health. Prabhu, why am I doing all this? Because He wants you to come back to Him. Anyway, we are going to lose all of this, right? Anyway, we are going to lose all of this. Our health will be gone, our properties will be gone, our children will be gone, our family, everybody here. Everybody sitting here are going to lose all this one day. I'm sorry if Sunday morning I'm telling some obshakun to you. But the truth is we are going to lose it one day. The question is, are you going to voluntarily give it or somebody has to snatch it? Give it voluntarily. Give it voluntarily. And what is that voluntary? Getting detached. Getting detached. Right? And Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita are educating us to become detached. So we are very fortunate. We are very, very fortunate that we are getting this knowledge. How many people outside have this knowledge? They don't have this knowledge. They're trying to find happiness in temporary things. And whenever there is a disturbance there is income tax notice. Oh, my whole life is wasted, right? There is some dispute on your property. Oh my God, my whole earning is shaken. There is a diagnostic report that, I have cancer. Oh my God, what to do now? Which stage I am in? Should I go for chemotherapy or should I go for Ayurveda? Right? But if you are spiritually nicely fixed, difficulties will come. But you will also remember that they were anyway going to come. They were anyway going to come. Right? And our insurance is the consciousness. This consciousness we will allow us to go through any difficulty. Right? Any difficulty, and it will allow us, it will give us the empowerment. But don't think that we alone can fight this battle. We need Sangha. Right? While I was there, every day I was speaking to my Siksha Guru, every single day. So is it a good thing? Yes. So I felt whatever time I spent there, it was so nice for me. It was like a little break. At the same time, I was speaking to my Siksha Guru every day for half an hour at least half an hour, right? Understanding what is happening, how it will happen. He was trying to educate me. And I was reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. I finished one full book. It would have not have been possible had I been in the house. I mean, we need that strictness, right? And then I finished my chanting rounds, before my breakfast every day. Right? That was very nice. I was like, yes, acha chal raha hai. This rhythm is good, right? Whatever is happening, in that when the treatment is happening, that Krishna name is to come automatically. Because he'll put the towel as a हाथ लगे, Krishna. वो मसाज कैसे करेगा? मसाज की पूरा हरिनाम बाहर निकलेगा, है कि नहीं? तो अच्छा चलेगा, right? So if I positively look at it, it was a good break. It was a good break, and I could get fixed up. Even my diet, I could really control my tongue somewhat. I still hope that. So I have a separate schedule now. एकदम यही खाने का या नहीं खाने का. Until I come to a certain weight, I have to do this. There is no discussion on that. There is no like I may not have prasad here today because my diet is already fixed, and I have to follow that until I reach that target, until I become fit like all of you, right? So that is very important. So for that rhythm is needed. Rhythm is needed. So the rhythm Krishna gave. Now you tell me, is it a good thing or a bad thing that happened? अच्छा हुआ ना, निकाल के फेंक दिया वहाँ पे. अभी थोड़ा some consciousness has changed, right? So try to see positivity in every negative situation because he is doing it. The moment you started chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna is in control of your life. You should remember that. वो चालू कर दिया control, right? अब से जो कुछ भी होगा, Krishna, you take care. It might sound horrible, like for Draupadi, all her 5 sons were killed. She was abused. She lost everything. Her image was destroyed. Divyajanya Draupadi, her image also was destroyed. That she was disrobed in front of an entire Rajya Sabha. We are talking about some woman, unfortunately, being disrobed in what is it, Meghalaya? Manipur. Very unfortunate incident, right? That also was recorded. It came everywhere. Such a bad thing to happen. But that was in front of some people. Draupadi in front of her own family. And who was doing it? Her own family. Her own family was doing it. What worse can happen to her? Right? But in all the situation, she never lost faith in Krishna. And Krishna came back and made her equally glorious. Equally glorious. Right? So such bad situations, Krishna creates, he orchestrates for his devotees, but to make them glorious and to give other people faith that see my devotees how great they are, so be prepared and be ready to perform devotion. Devotees go through difficulties only for 2 reasons. Remember that. And who are devotees? Anybody who chanted Hare Krishna. Have you all chanted Hare Krishna? किया ना? बोलो Hare Krishna. चलो अब कर दिया. You go through difficulties only for two reasons. Other materialistic people are going through difficulties. Other materialistic people are going through difficulties because of their karma. As soon as you start Hare Krishna, understand we are going through difficulties only for two reasons. One, Krishna is preparing us, right? And he's also glorifying us. That whatever happens, I will continue. Right? And this is giving hope to others. Hope to others. One person asked me, Rose, you have back pain, you still want to do Satsang. You know, I appreciate your determination. Like that I told. I'm not telling you have to be glorified. But through this incident, he is getting a message that devotion is important. If some people are thinking devotion is important, why am I not thinking devotion is important? Right? So for this, Krishna is doing everything. So don't see any inauspiciousness in anything. Whatever happens for the good. Right? We always say that. But that is more apt when we have the right understanding. Right? So we are in 13th chapter. I'll just read the translations quickly of 13th chapter. It's been almost 4 weeks gap. So I'm going back to the first verse. You don't have to repeat, just hear it attentively so that you remember where we are. Arjuna said, "Oh my dear Krishna, I wish to know about Prakriti, nature, Purusha, the enjoyer, and the field, and the knower of the field, and of knowledge, and the object of knowledge." The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "This body, O son of Kunti, is called the field, and one who knows this body is called the knower of the field." Right? So here, what all Arjuna is asking? Who is God, right? And who is Jiva? And what is Prakriti? Purusha and Prakriti is asking very clearly. And what else is asking? He's asking what is knowledge, right? And second, what is most important knowledge, that which has to be known? What is knowledge? And what has to be known? Jnana, Jnaya. Jnaya means what has to be known, right? And then he is asking field and object of the field, knower of the field, field of activities and knower of the field. And Krishna immediately answers the field and knower of the field. He starts answering. He's saying field is your body and knower of the field is your soul, right? So what is that field called? Kshetra. The one who knows the Kshetra is called Kshetrajna. And knower of the field is also Krishna. Knower of the field is also Krishna. That he knows about all the fields. We know only about our field. He knows about all the fields. He knows about every single person, every single living entity. So who is Kshetrajna? A small Kshetrajna are we. Big Kshetrajna is he. Right? Kshetra is field of activity. Right? Text number 3. O Skiyana Bharata, you should understand that I am also the knower of all bodies, and to understand this body and its knower is called knowledge. That is my opinion. So he's saying to understand this, that who is the knower is the knowledge. What is knowledge? Text number 4. Now please hear my brief description of this field of activity, how it is constituted, what its changes are, whence it is produced, who that knower of the field of activities is, and what are its influences. Now he's going to talk about field of activities. What is that field of activities, right? So here in the field of activities, text number 5, that knowledge of the field of activities and of the knower of the activities is described by various sages in various Vedic writings. It is especially presented in Vedanta Sutra with all reasonings as to the cause and effect. So Krishna also knows that people will do research on this. He knows. कोई चुप नहीं बैठने वाला है, क्या हो रहा है? Some intelligent people will start thinking, where am I? What is this sky? What is this earth? Right? So everybody has formed an opinion. Different sages have formed different opinions. Krishna is accepting that, right? But he's also saying the perfect knowledge you will get from Vedanta Sutra, because Vedanta Sutra I myself have revealed, right? To Vedavyas at the end of all the Vedas, Veda Anta Sutra. Sutra means conclusive statements. Veda Anta means end of Vedas. At the end of entire Vedas, Atharva Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Rig Veda, right? Upanishads. After giving everything, I'm giving Vedanta Sutra. Athato Brahma Jignasa. Janmadhyasayataha. Just one line statements. And this one line has everything. And in those statements, they're also called as Brahma Sutras, Vedanta Sutras. So I'm telling you what is field of activities. Right? So you might hear from many sages, that also partially might be right, but get the full knowledge from Vedanta Sutra. It's very clearly telling. Okay? Text number 6 and 7. Now he is telling what are the field of activities. The 5 great elements: false ego, intelligence, the unmanifested, the 10 senses and the mind, the 5 sense objects: desire, hatred, happiness, distress, the aggregate, the life symptoms, and convictions. All these are considered in summary to be the field of activities and its interactions. All there. Yeah. He not only covered the gross body, he also covered the subtle body. When all these things come together, for example, take some uh, take some sand, take some air, take some space, take some fire, take some water, create a nose, create a tongue, create a ears, create some skin, create this, create their sense objects, create some smell, create some touch, create some anal, genitals, right? All the working senses, create all this, and now also create few emotions. What are the emotions? Is saying some desire, put some desire in between, put some hatred in between, put some happiness in between, put some distress in between, right? And then finally start the time, the Kala Chakra, right? Start the time and impregnate that. Mahavishnu impregnates. He sends the soul, the living entity into it. And all this comes into action. And then the field of activity starts. Impregnating it. Impregnating means it, right? But soul is not field of activity. Soul is Kshetrajna. Soul is the witness. Soul is the knower of the field of activities. But field of activities in itself will not operate without soul, without life force. Understood? Now this field of activities, they are started by time. The Kala Chakra. The Kala Chakra is started by God. As soon as he sees, he impregnates it with time, and as soon as time starts, the field of activities start. The birth happens, the old age happens, the disease happens, the death happens. Everything is getting deteriorated. New furniture will become old furniture. New sofa will become old sofa. Even material things will become, they will change. Matter will change. Everything is changing because there is Kala Chakra happening. What to speak of all these elements also, right? The skin, which used to be so soft, will become so loose as we become old, right? Everything in front of us will change. So this is called field of activities. What a knowledge is given, right? And he's saying you are that witness of that field of activities. Now he is telling what is knowledge. So he answered already what? He answered what is field of activities and who is the knower of the field. Kshetra, Kshetrajna. He has answered these two things. Now after that, Jnana. What is Jnana? This is what we discussed around 4 weeks back. So what is knowledge? According to, if you go and ask anybody outside, what is knowledge? What is the answer you'll get? Or what answer you would have given before coming to Bhagavad Gita class? What is knowledge? Geography, zoology, well educated, right? Mathematics. Knowing unknown things is knowledge, right? You don't know something, you are knowing it is knowledge. And how do you know that? By reading and observation. Yes. Reading from where? Some books, right? So scriptural aspect came now in our life. But before that, what is knowledge? If I go to library, I'll get knowledge. Isn't it? And what is there in library? Philosophy, right? Geography, history, English, Hindi, French, Sanskrit, accountancy, or visa, indirect taxes, direct taxes, right? All this is considered as knowledge.
So before that,
Huh.
what you need is a desire to know the things.
Desire to know the
If
things.
desire is not there,
Then you will not know. Yes, desire should be there. Sometimes, and material education, even though we desired or not, we had to learn Pythagoras theorem, whether it desired or not. पढ़ नहीं तो फेल होगा, पढ़ना पड़ा, ठीक है? So some knowledge is enforced onto us. Some knowledge we are voluntarily taking, right? So knowledge for many people is how to live life. Art of living is knowledge. This is how I want to live. How you want to live? I want to live in a flat. I want to live in a villa. I want to live in a jhopi. Right? I want to live under a tree. Huh? I want to eat this. I want to eat that. Art of living. Art of living क्या है? Even पक्षियों को there is art of living for birds also. Early morning, without any alarm, they'll get up, they'll run, go to the other side, get the food. By evening, they'll return without any alarm. Exact on time, they'll come. Are they perfect or we are perfect? They are perfect. They know. We don't know when to come back from office also. Right? They know when to come back from office. They are very clear about it. This is my office time. I'll come back. Right? And this is what I got. I'm happy. I don't need any promotion appraisal. मेरे को जो मिल रहा है उससे I'm happy. Whole life, no appraisal for a bird. है कि नहीं? But bird is happy with whatever it is getting. So there is art of living. For every living entities, there is art of living. Right? So what scriptures are telling is there is nothing special about art of living. वो तो पशु पक्षी भी करते हैं. Of course, because we are not living properly, we also need art of living classes. Right? We also need that, अरे अच्छे तरह से sleep at the right time, get up at the right time, eat how much is needed, right? Don't eat that. That class also we need. But scripture's goal, the goal of scriptures is not art of living. The goal of scriptures is art of leaving. Before you leave this body, what is the knowledge you need to have? That is the goal of scriptures. Throughout the life, you have to change your field of activities. How can I change my field of activities? I've been given this body. But very less number of people know that when you get the right knowledge, you can change that field of activities. How change? The consciousness you can change. For example, there used to be a hunter. His name is Mrigari. How many heard the story of Mrigari? Nobody heard? Okay, good. So I will tell everybody. So there used to be this hunter called Mrigari. Now his family, used to wait for him to earn money, or so his one of the work he used to do is to kill animals. He used to kill animals and then sell the meat. Some meat he used to take home. That was his job. And he had a nice bow and arrow, very good bow and arrow. Like with that, he could kill any animal. And he had a very nice sword, right? But he had a very bad consciousness. What is a bad consciousness? He used to like seeing animals die. Like when the animal is dying, he would enjoy. Like that, he used to enjoy seeing animals die. So what he used to do? He used to half kill them. So he would cut half throat and leave the animal there and keep looking at it, until it dies. Pat, it will die. That is to enjoy. Can you imagine how horrible that is? Right? Horrible consciousness he used to have. Killing is one level. You're already killing. That itself is not needed, you're doing. But half kill the animal and see and enjoy that. Not like, oh, it's happening. No. You'll sit there and watch. Ab marega dekh. And wo animal, itna pain ke saath. It used to beat its head, legs, this down, and used to die. So one day, Narad Muni with another great sage, I think it is Parvat Muni or some other Muni, sorry, I'm forgetting the other companion along with Narad Muni. They both were traveling in the sky. They were just, wandering around the material world, looking at the living entities. And suddenly they saw that these animals are, they saw continuously wherever they were going in that forest, animals are like half dead. One animal's arm is broken, one animal's leg is broken, one animal's neck is twisted, one animal is bleeding to death. Arey, what is happening here? Narad was completely shocked. And then the other sage was like, who is doing all this? And when they landed, they saw this hunter, Mrugari. They looked at Mrugari and they asked him, Mrugari, what are you doing? I mean, who are you? He said, I am Mrugari. He said, what do you do for your life? He said, I'm a hunter. Can't you see my bow and my arrow? I'm a hunter. And he also recognized Narad Muni. And Narad Muni said, why are you doing this? He said, see, I need to feed my family. I need to eat. He said, Narad Muni said, oh, you want to eat, you eat. But why are you killing animals like this? You kill them completely. If something, you kill an animal, you kill the animal. You don't kill it half. First of all, killing is not needed. On top of that, you are killing it half. And Mrugari is very famous in that area for doing all this. A lot of people know about it around villages. They know that Mrugari does all these things. So Narad Muni says, Mrugari, do you realize what amount of karma you have created for yourself? These animals have died in so much of distress. They have not died peacefully. They have died in so much of distress. Mrugari says, so what? Tell me what is the reaction for that. At least Mrugari had one good quality. He was ready to listen. So then immediately Narad Muni, what he did, he told, okay, now I am going to give you a vision of what is going to happen next after your death. You will also die one day, whichever way you die. What is going to happen after? I'll give you a vision. So Narad Muni immediately blesses him with that vision. And he sees that all those animals are waiting for him in hell. They're waiting for him. Beta ab aayega tu. And they are going to give the same amount of pain to him. They're not going to spare. The exact amount of pain that he has given to every single animal till now. They're all waiting for him. Those souls are waiting for him. That you are going to come and you're going to get it. And not only waiting in hell, but even in next lives. See, you have to pay for it. You can't say you'll not pay for it. Right? You did an accident. You did an accident. Do you have to pay for it? You have to pay for it. Tell me one thing in this life for which you don't have to pay. For everything you have to pay. Karma will not leave. Don't tell that, I don't know, I think it's okay. You think whatever you think. But karma, laws of karma will not change. Will income tax pay you if you don't pay a tax? Ignorance is bliss? No. Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is not an excuse. Even in our human-made laws, ignorance is not an excuse. You have to become knowledgeable and you have to follow. You have to follow the rules of the land. You cannot drive on the left side of the road. I came from America, I'll drive on the left side of the road. Sorry, right side of the road. Right? You are in India, you have to drive on the left side of the road. You're in America, you have to drive on the right side of the road. So the rule of the land you have to learn. It's your responsibility. You can't tell I'm new here. Same way, Mrugari understood, oh my God, what did I do? Nobody told me this. I thought I'm eating and I'm enjoying and this is my life. I didn't know that I'm creating so much for the next life. I'm creating so much pain for animals and they are going to give it back to me. Right? Knowingly or unknowingly, whatever we've done. Then Mrugari asks, he falls on his knees and he asks Narad Muni, can you please tell me what should I do now? Then what Narad Muni does is very, very amazing. Actually, it's a story in Bhagavatam. Right? What he does, he says, I want to break the most important thing which will stop you from doing this more. And you have to break it. He says, what should I break? He says, break that bow. He says, break that bow. Mrugari says, but if I break that bow, then how will my family live? If I break that bow, how will my family live? My family's livelihood is this. I have to feed my family. Narad Muni says, break that bow and depend on the Supreme Lord. Depend on Narayan. Depend on Krishna. But you have to break that bow. So we all also have to break that bow. Some bow we have through which we are doing all this. That we have to break. He hears the advice of Narad Muni and Mrugari breaks that bow. He breaks that bow. And he throws that bow there and says, okay, now you tell me, how should I feed my family? I have done that. What you told, I have done. Now Narad Muni says, go to that place, whatever place outside the jungle or there, sit there and do Harinam. You will be provided with what you are needed. Go do it. That is the instruction of a guru. Now, instruction of a guru comes with empowerment and it also comes with blessing and Krishna's mercy. It comes. We should have that faith. We should have that faith. Tukaram Maharaj got food every day. No scripture says Tukaram Maharaj did not have food any day. Right? There is no devotee who has died with hunger. I guarantee I'm telling you. Hunger se koi nahi mara. Right? He told, just go and do that Harinam. And Mrugari was, even though he was such a cruel person, he was half killing animals, such a bad consciousness he had, he decided to listen to the order of Guru. He said, okay, I'm going to listen to you now. He went and he started doing Harinam. And Narad Muni said, okay, thank you, I'm leaving now. Narad Muni left. And what happened? While he was doing that Harinam, surrounding village people, they started seeing, what happened to this fellow? He was such a cruel person. And he's sitting and doing Harinam. Whole day, whole night, he's sitting and doing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Then one villager, he went into the forest, he took some fruits and he gave it to him. He said, my little offering, you are becoming a very nice person. It's amazing. None of us thought that, you'll ever change like this. You are example for what one should not be. And now you are this. He gave that thing. And he went and told the villagers, hey, Mrugari, he's become a great sage now. He's doing Harinam, he's sitting and doing. Then villagers, they got some food stuff and they started keeping in front of him. That, please, you do your japa, but also eat this. Then while he was doing japa, he's seeing that food is getting accumulated one by one. Hey, what is happening? Right? Then his family came. He said, you can have whatever you want. And then it was more than his family's need. So much food was coming, so much prasad is coming, that it was more than his family's need. It happens. Then what did he do? He called the village people and said, now prasad is available here, announce it to everyone. So not only he was feeding his family, anybody in the whole locality who did not have food or who was poor was coming there and having prasad. And all he was doing is what? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. He started doing that. And after a few years, Narad Muni was going through the same tract of land and with the same associate, same Muni. And that Muni was looking at Narad Muni. Hey, we came here before, right? He said, yes, we even saw. But all the animals are happy. They are all running around. Birds are happy. They are going around. And suddenly they saw this sage-like person sitting in his kutir and happily chanting. And so many people around him sitting and chanting. And so many people having prasad. And it became like a big dham, like a temple. Right? Then Narad Muni stopped. Hey, we never saw this. Then he went to this, I think we know this person. Hey, Mrugari, you're Mrugari, right? He said, you're Mrugari. Hey, Narad Muni went and fell at his feet. Right? He didn't. First he fell wherever he was. He saw Narad Muni coming from far away. Immediately he fell down and did Dandavat Pranam. My Gurudev, you have come. Like that. Then Narad Muni was standing there. He started coming towards him. And then he started jumping and coming. He's jumping this side, suddenly jumping this side, then jumping that side. He's not like coming normally. Then Narad Muni and the Muni were like, what happened to him? Why is he jumping like this? Then he asked, Mrugari, why are you coming like that? Why don't you just walk and come? What is the thing? I was making sure there are no ants on the way. I was making sure there are no ants on the way. I was making sure there are no insects on the way. I'm making sure that I'm not a cause for anybody's distress. And he told, Gurudev, what an instruction you gave. I have no tension of earning now. I am just sitting and doing my japa. And everything is coming to me. Right? Narad Muni said, wow. And that Muni who came with Narad Muni said, Naradji, aap to amazing ho. To see great ho. Huh? You just asked him to do Harinam and see what Harinam did for somebody. With faith. With faith he did. That is the most important thing. Right? We should do it with faith. And everything will happen. If he wants to do, he can do anything. He can do anything. Right? Now, does it mean we all will go and repeat that example? In a small way, we should do by first improving our chanting. Do our chanting with faith and do our chanting with concentration. Let's start there. And you see how Krishna will take care of your life. He will take care of your life. And don't say good way, bad way. He is taking care of your life. Good way or bad way, he is taking care of your life. Right? So what happened here? Why I told this whole story of Nogari? He was born with a field of activities. But he chose to change that field of activities. He chose to change that field of activities. Right? So that is knowledge. From verse number, there are 4 verses here. 8 to 12 is talking about how to change the field of activities. What is the knowledge to change the field of activities? What is knowledge? Okay? Now, how do you change that field of activities? These are the things Krishna is saying is knowledge, which we discussed already. Humility, pridelessness, non-violence, tolerance, simplicity, approaching a bona fide spiritual master, going to a guru, cleanliness, steadiness, self-control, right? Did Mrugari do all these things? Huh? Just think about Mrugari while you're hearing this. Renunciation of the objects of sense gratification. Whatever was giving him gratification, he left that. Absence of false ego means what? I am the doer. False ego means I am the doer. He said, no, Krishna is the doer. I'll sit and instruct, I'll follow what my guru told. The perception of the evil of birth, death, old age and disease. He understood, oh, after birth also there is another death. After death also there is another birth. He understood what is this? 4 things. Detachment. Did he become detached? Huh? He became detached. He broke that bow. Became renounced. Freedom from entanglement with children, wife, home and rest. He became free. He said, Krishna will take care of everything. Even-mindedness, amidst pleasant and unpleasant events. Whatever is pleasant and unpleasant. In between that, he was completely stable. Right? Constant and unalloyed devotion to me, to Krishna. Aspiring to live in a solitary place. Was he ready to go and live in a solitary place? Yes. Detachment from general mass of people. Completely detached. Right? Accepting the importance of self-realization. Meaning accepting the importance of spiritual life. And philosophical search for the absolute truth. Your eagerness to know what I have to know before I die. For the absolute truth, not just for knowledge. Absolute truth. Who is God? What is absolute truth? Krishna. I want to know about Krishna. Now Krishna is saying, all this I declare to be knowledge. And besides this, whatever there is, maybe, is ignorance. Everything else is ignorance. Ignorance from what perspective? That knowledge is not needed for you to go back to God. Is geography needed to go back to God? Biology? Mathematics? I'm not saying these subjects are not good. These subjects are needed to live. You need to know mathematics, right? That even to chant your rounds, how many rounds you chanted, number you should know. 109, right? That is good. But apply that knowledge in Krishna consciousness. That is the important thing. Apply that knowledge in Krishna Bhakti. Then that knowledge has any meaning. Otherwise, that knowledge is no different than any animalistic knowledge. Okay, na? Now, he is going, now what all Krishna answered? Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Jnana. Now he is going to answer Jnaya. Jnaya means what has to be known. What has to be known? Only two things have to be known. I'm telling you in advance. Only two things have to be known. Who is Purusha? Who is Bhagavan? Who is Purusha? Who is Bhagavan? Remember this. Who is Purusha? Who is Bhagavan? Purusha is Bhagavan. Who is Prakriti? We are Prakriti. Right? Sometimes we say that he is Purusha, she is three. He is Purusha, is three. Actually, we are all Prakriti. Now when you say Purusha, you are not talking about a human being. Remember this again. Purusha doesn't only mean human being. Even a dog is a Purusha. Anybody who has a mentality to enjoy is Purusha. What you want to enjoy is Prakriti. First of all, before you go to God level realization, understand this fundamental thing. Who is Purusha? The one who wants to enjoy. What is Prakriti? The one which you enjoy. समझ गए ना? Shivji is Purusha. Parvati is Prakriti. Parvati is Prakriti. Understand? He enjoys Prakriti. And Prakriti is enjoyed by the Purusha. Okay? This fundamental understanding you have. Okay. Now who is Purusha? Only that Supreme Lord is Purusha. But why are we called as Purusha also? Because we want to become like him. In this material world, because we want to become and enjoy like God, we are called as Purusha. But actually we are Prakriti. Who all are Purusha here? Even that ant is Purusha. What is the ant trying to do? The ant is trying to find food. Why is it trying to find food? To enjoy. To enjoy. Everybody is Purusha. Everybody has Purusha mentality. Now, is Mataji a Purusha? Mataji also is Purusha. Prabhuji is also is Purusha. Every living entity in this material world, whoever has any kind of body, human body, insect body, everybody is Purusha. Understand this aspect very clearly. You are trying to be a Purusha. You are not a Purusha, but you are trying to be a Purusha. But actually, what are you? Prakriti. We are part of Prakriti. The day we realize that I am Prakriti, he is Purusha, that day will become completely happy. Why? We will not start searching for happiness. We will be more busy giving happiness to God. Right? And then you will become actually very satisfied. See, there are some, if you go to Vrindavan, there are some Matajis. Every morning they come to the temple and they bring some flowers and they start making mala for, Nandalal, and they'll give that mala to the pujari. They'll sit there, do bhajan, and then they'll get some prasad, they'll eat, they'll go and sleep. God knows where they go. How long they have been doing? All their life. All their life they're doing. You go and ask them, are you happy? Both happy. Every day is a festival for them. Every day is a festival. How did they reach to that point? After so many lives, they reached to that point. It did not happen all of a sudden. I cannot do it. Let me tell you, I cannot do it. I'll go create some disturbance in Vrindavan. That is why I'm here. Not everybody can stay in Vrindavan. People plan, I want to live in Mayapur, I want to live in Vrindavan. Before that, you should get that mentality. Otherwise, you'll go there, disturb not only your life, others' life also. You are going there to serve. We are all planning to go to Ayodhya. To what? To serve. We are going to Tirupati to serve. We are going to Ahobilam to serve. We are going to a dham to serve. With that mentality, if you go to that Dham, you will have darshan of the Supreme Lord. That's very important. Because we are Prakriti. Our enjoyment is when we serve. The gopis of Vrindavan, what are they doing? They are serving Krishna. A gopi gets up in the morning, she sits in front of the mirror, she's like, today I'll put kajal more. I'll put kajal till here. Because when Krishna looks at it, he'll be happy. You understand? Today I'll put lipstick. Right? Gopis also put lipstick. Lipstick is coming to spiritual world, don't worry. Right? They'll put all kinds of, every day I wear my hair like this, today I'll wear like this. I'll put my, choti this way. For what? Krishna will enjoy. As soon as Krishna will come, hey, your hair is different today. It's very nice. Yes. Gopi is finding happiness in preparing herself to go so that Krishna will enjoy. Same thing, perverted form in the material world. That is love. When you turn the love upside down, lust. Why women are decorating themselves in material world? To be enjoyed or to enjoy? To enjoy. I want to enjoy. I want to enjoy. Why men are getting decorated in whatever way? As soon as you go to gym, see, I'm wearing this shirt now, right? If I start going to gym, suddenly I'll wear another shirt like this. Correct? I can wear the same shirt like this. I'll do all that nonsense. So, I said, everybody is a Purusha, not only women, men also. Everybody. They want to enjoy. Look at me, come to me, get attracted. I want to enjoy you. I want to enjoy you. I want to get married. Prabhuji, I want to get married. What for? Why? Right? To serve? Sarva. क्या बात कर रहे प्रभुजी? To be served. I want to get married. To be served. And when you get when you get married with the mentality that you want to be served, then what will happen? You will torture your spouse and make his life miserable or her life miserable. You, this is what I am. You have to be served. You have to serve me. Then that mentality itself will kill you. So just imagine, in our earlier days, the daughter was trained and the son was trained that you have to serve. They all live together without any problem. Everybody live together. But what is a modern age training you? You have to enjoy. What are we teaching our children? Study well, earn money so you can enjoy. You are training from a young age that study well, earn money so you can enjoy. So what is his only goal when he earns money? Enjoy. Again, now he is going to buy things to enjoy. Buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. And those things will not give him enjoyment. He bought iPhone, what is the number now? 15. He bought iPhone 15. No, just imagine. My first phone, my first salary, iPhone 15. Mera iPhone 15. Right? You came there, it's not on. Power cord laga, it's not on. Hey, what is this? This is not on. I bought iPhone 15. How frustrated he'll become, just think about it. Huh? It fell down. You are even worse. I mean, just आने पे तुम तोड़ दिया उसको. वो गिर गया नीचे उसको. अरे बाप रे, उसका जिंदगी खराब हो गया. लेकिन people commit suicide, sometimes. When their things don't work out, they commit suicide for little things. कूद के मर गया. काय के लिए? Silly things. The caretaker of my father, his brother committed suicide just 2 weeks back. Why he committed suicide? He had love marriage. Both of them had argument. Khatam. They had an argument. They live in Vizag, right? They had an argument. This fellow got frustrated. He went and I'll not tell where he bought poison. People will make a note of it. But he got that poison. He drank that poison. And after 2 hours, he went and told, I drank something. I don't know what to do now. Very. Now the girl ran away because she understood this fellow is going to die. They put a police case on that guy. They took this fellow to hospital. They made him puke. But already poison went to all parts of the body. After 2 days, the doctors told, 4 or 5 days he'll live. After that, he'll die. Because his kidneys are gone, liver is gone, everywhere poison is gone. We can't remove it. Whatever we try to remove, we remove. They waited in the house. Then he told me that I think he's becoming better. I told, whatever happens, be ready for it. He died. Unfortunately, he died. For what? Because he want to become Purusha. You want to become Purusha. I want to enjoy this love marriage. It's not love marriage, lust marriage. There's nothing called love marriage in this world. Everything is lust marriage only. I want to enjoy. When you have this mentality, there cannot be a marriage. There cannot be any relationship. Can 2 friends be together if one wants to only enjoy? Friendship means a friend in need is friend indeed. To serve is friendship. When you serve, it's friendship. If you forget that, then where is friendship? There is no friendship. Right? So the whole problem is we are trying to become Purusha. Now, what is important knowledge? Now, what Krishna is going to speak is you are Prakriti, he is Purusha. This knowledge you should get. If you get this knowledge, you are preparing yourself to go back to him. Okay? Now I gave you the foreground. Let us go through the verses quickly. Text number 13. Nyayam yat tat pravakshami yat nyatvatmritam ashnute anadimat param brahma na sattan nashaduchyate. Translation purport by Lilananda, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. I shall now explain the knowable, knowing which you will taste the eternal, Brahman, the spirit, beginningless and subordinate to me, lies beyond the cause and effect of this material world. Right? Now here he is going to talk about Jiva and Jivatma and Ishwar. And he is telling about Brahman. Brahman is what? Effulgence of Lord. Brahman is not God. Brahman is effulgence of God, which is subordinate to me. And there is no cause and effect there. Meaning, there is no reaction. There is no reaction in that particular sphere. Now he is explaining further. Text 14. Sarvatapani padam tat sarvato akshi siromukham sarvato akshi siromukham sarvata shrutimaloke sarvam avratya tishtati. Everywhere are his hands and legs, his eyes, heads and faces, and he has ears everywhere. In this way, the super soul exists, pervading everything. Right? Now he's explaining the greatness of God. Right? He's explaining the greatness of God, that he is everywhere. In which way is everywhere? He is creating, he is also in his creation. He is explaining about Purusha. He is creating, he is also in his creation. There are 3 levels of Vishnu. When material world has to be created, there are 3 Vishnus that emanate. One is Karanadakshay Vishnu. Karana Daksha Vishnu, or we also call him as Mahavishnu. Right? So he comes, and from him all the elements come out. Right? That's called Pradhana. The whole set of elements that together are called Pradhana. Then he looks at that Pradhana and impregnates it. Impregnates by starting the time factor. He starts the time factor and the Pradhana starts moving. All the elements start moving. Right? And then he impregnates them with living entities. From him, all the Nara Ayana, all the living entities, Ayana means shelter. All the living entities are there within Narayana. We are all coming from Narayana. And he sends those living entities into that Pradhana Shakti, into that material sphere. Right? And then from his pores comes universes. How much time it took? I'll do it again. In that 3 seconds, 3 Brahmas will come out and die. Prabhuji, 3 Brahmas will come out and die. Right? Yeah. Brahmas. I mean, Brahma, how long does Brahma live? A day of Brahma is how long? 4.3 billion years is a day of Brahma. A night of Brahma? 4.3 billion years. His one day is 8.6 billion years. Right? His 100 years is 311 trillion and certain number of billion years. And such Brahma has taken birth. He has gone through everything and then he died. Then another Brahma, then he died. Then another Brahma and died within one breath of Vishnu. रोज आज क्लास बस है इतना ये मानना मुश्किल है बहुत हो गया इतना भी मत बोलो well that is a calculation now just imagine रोजी मेरा जॉब गया रोजी मेरे को जॉब नहीं मिल रहा you are going to Vishnu is like कौन से जन्म में कौन से टाइम पे कौन से जॉब की बात कर रहा है तू Just imagine, you're going to Narayan and you're asking, मेरा कैंसर निकालो. Wait. तुम among billions unlimited living entities in some Brahmanda, unlimited Brahmanda. How many Brahmandas are there? As many bubbles are there in an ocean. So many Brahmandas are there. अब कितने bubble है ocean में? गिनोगे क्या? मतलब ही नहीं है कि नहीं? In so many Brahmandas, right? And there are in each Brahmanda there is a Brahma, separate Brahma. So उस Brahma को भेज दिया उसके अंदर. Now, so Supreme Lord Mahavishnu, Karanadaksha Vishnu, appears in each Brahmanda as Garbhodaksha Vishnu. He expands. He goes into that Brahmanda as Garbhodaksha Vishnu. From that Garbhodaksha Vishnu's navel, a lotus comes out. In that Brahma is impregnated. And Brahma is the secondary creator. He creates all the engineer, civil engineer, pura bana diya. Right? Pura bodies bana diya. And whatever souls Narayana has sent, he allocates those souls into, okay, go into this body, this body, this body. He is not doing. For him, again, there is a team. The team of people are called Prajapatis. He impregnates Prajapatis. Prajapatis are creating bodies, and in those bodies, the souls which Narayana has sent are going. And you are going. And in one Brahma's day, how many times you take birth? Forget about one Brahma's day. One Brahma's day has 1,000 Yuga cycles. 1,000 Yuga cycles. What is the Yuga cycle? Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga. How many years are there in Kali Yuga? 4,32,000 years. In that, how many times you have taken birth and died? Huh? God only knows how many times. Right? You might have died young, you might have died old. Now, in 2024, with this stupid body, I am going to Narayan's temple and say, can you please fix my back? Narayan is saying, wait a second. You In which Brahmanda, which day of Brahma, which Kali Yuga, which entity is going through what problem, and you're asking me to fix. By the way, I impregnated you so that you can come back to spiritual world. What stupid question are you asking? I created this whole material world for a different purpose. You are going to go through your own karma is coming back. Last life, you gave some problem to somebody that is coming back as your back pain. So you are going through your cycle. Now you're asking me to come and fix it. I will fix it, but then what is the whole point? What is the whole point? You have to come back to me. That is the reason I have impregnated you. Why is Narayan sending souls into that material world? Who are all these souls? These souls are all the souls who have created trouble in the spiritual world. Police जेल में भेज रहे, जेल में क्यों जा रहा? जेल से बाहर निकलने के लिए. What are we asking? मेरे को जेल में बैक पेन है, अच्छा कर दो, अच्छा घूमूंगा उसके जेल. I want to go and I want to play basketball in jail. There is basketball court. I want to play basketball, so please fix my back. And jailer is saying, "अरे पागल, तेरे को back fix करना किसके लिए? You get out of the jail, not to play basketball in that jail, right?" So when we are going and asking something, just imagine what we are asking in front of God. But you know the mercy of God. Why God is merciful? He'll also listen to that. He'll also listen to that. Just imagine Balaji standing there in Tirupati. What all nonsense is hearing. పొద్దుటి నుంచి సాయంత్రం వరకు మా అమ్మాయి పెళ్లి మా అమ్మాయి పెళ్లి చేస్తారా ఆయన పో వెళ్ళు బచ్చకి చదువు నెక్స్ట్ ఈజ్ వన్ పర్సన్ ఆస్కింగ్ హిమ్ ప్లీజ్ ప్రిపేర్ మీ టు కమ్ బ్యాక్ టు యూ. Go and ask that. Just go and ask that. Go to Narayan this time. Go to Lord Balaji this time. Please prepare me to come back to you. I don't want to be here. He'll open his eyes like that. ये किधर से आ गया? बहुनाम जन्मनाम अन्ते ज्ञानावान माम प्रपद्यते वासुदेव सर्वैति समात्मा स दुर्लभ. This fellow is durlabha. After many births, बहुनाम जन्मनाम अन्ते. After many births, this fellow has come back to Tirupati. Jnanavan mam prapadate. With lot of knowledge, he is asking me. Vasudeva Sarvati, that you are the only hope. Samahatma Sudurlabha. Aja. Come back to me. I will take care of you. You have fallen in the right place. Among so many people, you are doing the right thing. So come back to me. Samajh na? Right? So there is Mahavishnu, there is Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, and then into every living entity. See how personal he is, that he doesn't want to leave us alone. ऐसा नहीं छोड़ दिया. हम लोग अपने बच्चों को क्या करते हैं? स्कूल छोड़ देते हैं. We send them to the school. Then the teachers will take care. But look at how possessive Krishna is. He is not only sending us to the school, he is coming with us to the school. How? Third Vishnu, Kshirodakshay Vishnu. He is sitting within us as Paramatma. Kshirodakshay Vishnu. Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Kshirodakshay Vishnu. As that Paramatma is sitting inside. I am sending you to school, I am also in the school. I want to see tu sun raha hai, nahi sun raha hai. Whenever you bunk the school, he'll start telling you, mat bunk kar rahe, aaj acha class hai, important hai, don't bunk. You'll get that guilt feeling. When you don't go to Satsang, you'll get that guilt feeling. Who is talking? Krishna is talking. He's telling, I prepared everything. Pura chair bhi ready rakha wahan pe. Why are you not going? Go. No, I want to do something else. I want to go for a marathon. I want to go for this. I want to go for that. I want to do this. And my relatives are coming. Krishna is saying, what else can I do? What else can I do? Right? So he's doing everything as Paramatma sitting inside. He's doing everything as Paramatma sitting inside. Come back to me. Okay? Text 15 we read, right? So I'll read the translation again. The super soul is the original source of all. No, this we did not read. No? Huh? 15 we have to read. Sarvendriya gunabhasham Sarvendriya vivarjitam Akshatam sarva bhrachaiva Nirgunam guna bhoktracha bhoktracha. Okay. Translation. The super soul is the original source of all senses, yet he is without senses. He is unattached, although he is the maintainer of all living beings. He transcends the material nature, and at the same time, he is the master of all the modes of material nature. Now Krishna is explaining that super soul, Paramatma. Krishna, is he bound by the modes? No, he is the creator of the modes. Modes are working for him, right? Is he attached to what we are doing? No, he's detached. He is taking care of us, but is completely detached also. Because he is detached, he is with us all the time. Because you are detached, you can be with somebody for all the time. If you become attached to somebody, you cannot be with that person for too much time. Because that person will not do everything as you expect. Right? You should become detached. Then where is love if you are detached? Actually, detachment means to serve without expectation. What is the meaning of detachment? To serve without expectation. That is detachment. When you serve without expectation, you can serve that person forever. See, after some time, your parents will become very old. They cannot do anything for you. Will you serve them? Should you serve them? Yes. But if you keep an expectation that my parents should do this, and now they are not able to do, can you serve them? No, you can't serve them. Because you have an attachment now. Right? So when you serve without attachment, that is real love. And that will continue forever. That will continue forever. So in the same way, Krishna is that epitome of detachment. That he is not only in our hearts who are coming to Satsang, he is also in the hearts of everybody who are rejecting Satsang. But he is waiting for them without any attachment, encouraging them without any attachment that someday they will go to Satsang. That is called pure love. We don't like somebody, we say, I don't like him. Tell me one person that Krishna doesn't like. Krishna likes everybody. Whether you are a devotee or not, he likes. Everybody are his children. Right? That is the greatness of God. Can you be like God? Somebody say, I am God. Huh? Can you like everybody in the same way? We can't do that. But when you come to Satsang, when you serve God, you also get those qualities. We don't become God. We become godly. Not Bruce Lee. Godly. Godly means what? We start emanating the qualities of God. Kada. Right? Now, after coming to Satsang, you yourself measure. Is my anger going down? Am I getting detached from certain things? पहले हर चीज पे गुस्सा होता था, अब थोड़े चीज छोड़ रहा हूँ. होने दो. चलेगा. कुछ हो रहा है? हाथ उठाओ. थोड़ा काम कर रहा है ना इधर उधर. हाँ इधर थोड़ा तो काम करेगा. कहीं ना कहीं काम करेगा, है कि नहीं? We start becoming detached. थोड़ा थोड़ा चीज छोड़ देंगे. नहीं मेरे हाथ में नहीं है, छोड़ो. पहले मेरे ऐसे होना. हाँ ऐसे नहीं तो कैसे? एकदम I want to be on top of everything. नहीं लगे okay, getting detached. See? Your life partner is behaving in a certain way. ठीक है आज ऐसा ही है क्या करें छोड़ो. पहले पूरा दिन बर्बाद करते थे, पूरा दिन. है कि ना लड़ाई करके वो हॉल में बेडरूम में पूरा. अभी क्या वो ऐसे she is like that, I am like this, that's okay. let's motivate to go to satsang. Let's go together. कहीं तो साथ मिलके जाएंगे. चलो सत्संग करें. प्रभु जी कुछ बोलेंगे मेरे तरफ से, वो बोल देंगे प्रभु जी. बिकॉज प्रभु जी ने बोल रहे, कृष्णा बोल रहा, जो बात मैं नहीं बोल पाया वो कृष्णा बोलेगा. है कि नहीं? Right? Satsang, that is the beauty. Whatever we need to know, whatever others need to know, will come out. How many of you felt like that? At least once? Huh? Many times. When I attend Satsang, even I feel that. Right? Like Radhesham Prabhu is coming this May 11th or something is coming. I'm waiting for that day. But the day he comes, he'll tell me everything I need to listen. Right? Today morning also I was listening a little bit of his lecture. My Shiksha Guru has to tell me, right? Somebody has to tell me, तू मूर्ख है. नहीं तो मैं पुरुष हूँ. I start thinking मैं पुरुष हूँ. मैं पुरुष नहीं हूँ, मैं प्रकृति हूँ. Right? पुरुष की qualities क्या हैं? Krishna is explaining here. Who is Purusha? That was the question of Arjuna. Who is Purusha? What is Prakriti? So quality of Purusha is, I am affected by the modes of material nature. He is not. ऐसा करने से भगवान को गुस्सा आएगा. भगवान को गुस्सा कभी नहीं आता. Understand this point. गुस्सा किसको आता? जो तमोगुण में है उसको गुस्सा आता. When you are in mode of ignorance, you get angry. God never becomes angry. He can act like he is angry. Right? God can act like he is angry. When Ashwadama tried to kill Parikshit, Krishna became angry on Ashwadama and he cursed him that you will. In between Krishna, behind the curtain, I'm not angry. But he can act like angry. But when we are angry, we are not acting like angry. We are actually angry. Can you act like angry? Sometimes you can act like angry. Means in front of small children you do. Right? Sometimes parents try to act like angry and make the child react. They try to make the child cry also sometimes, just for the sake of it. You go in front of small infant. What did you do? Were you angry or did you act like angry? Huh? Same way Krishna acts like angry. To correct all of us. For us, we are his little children forever. Forever we are little children. We never mature. Don't tell, Krishna, I have matured now. If you tell that, Krishna will laugh. You can make Krishna laugh. You can make Krishna laugh by telling few things. You want to know? What all God comes in front of you, you can make him laugh. Number one, you tell, I have matured now. He'll laugh. Second, you tell your planning, what all planning you have done in this life. He'll laugh. अच्छा ये भी करेगा क्या? ये भी plan किया क्या? He will laugh. There are some things you can do and make God laugh. Right? So this is one of it. So understand, God is never affected by the modes of material nature. God cannot be affected by modes of nature. Whatever you do, you cannot make God angry. Isn't he the best God? कुछ भी करा, ब्राह्मण का हत्या भी किया, he is not angry. He is not angry. He can never be angry. God can never be angry. God is not angry. When you do Vaishnava Aparadha, he becomes angry, but not angry forever. He will correct you and make you realize. Vaishnava Aparadha means when you offend another devotee's spiritual progress. Vaishnava Aparadha doesn't mean shouting at a devotee Vaishnava Aparadha. प्रभु जी क्या प्रभु जी स्पीकर कितने बार ऐसे लगाते, पता नहीं क्या कैसे लगा, वैष्णव अपराध है. स्पीकर लगाना चाहिए ना, है कि नहीं? क्या प्रभु जी इतना तीखा बना के भेजे प्रसाद, कितने बार बोला आपको मैं प्रसाद ठीक तरह से बनाना, इतने लोग नहीं खा पा रहे, वैष्णव अपराध है? नहीं, ये वैष्णव अपराध नहीं. प्रभु जी मत आओ प्रभु सत्संग को, अगर इंटरेस्ट नहीं तो मत आओ, क्या एक बार बेकार में, ये वैष्णव अपराध है? ये वैष्णव अपराध, ये वैष्णव अपराध. आपको प्रसाद बनाना नहीं आता, बंद करो आप, क्यों बेकार में ऐसा काम कर रहे हैं? ये वैष्णव अपराध. When you affect somebody's spiritual progress, that is Vaishnava Aparadha. Understand that one thing. Can I do Vaishnava Aparadha sitting here? Absolutely. I can do more than any one of you. By my stupid mouth, by my stupid consciousness, I can speak something that can demotivate you to continue in satsang. That is Vaishnava, brother. So it's very dangerous position. Okay? You should be very careful that you are not demotivating anybody. Of course, sometimes you tell the truth that the person can't digest it, he'll go, but you have spoken the truth in a respectful way. That is more important. Not in a disrespectful way. Understood? So, that is one place where Krishna becomes, he acts on it immediately. But there also, his anger is not his anger. He is acting like that so that he can correct us. He can correct us. God never punishes. Remove this line from your life. God never punishes. भगवान कभी किसी को पनिश नहीं करता. हमारे कर्म हमको पनिश करेंगे. What we do, we'll reap it back.
But whatever you do, he doesn't have to be angry. He gives it back as karma. So you are accumulating.
Exactly. He is coming here to pull us out of this cycle of karma. अरे ఎన్ని రోజులు వస్తావు రా ఇక్కడ? You are doing bad, you are getting bad. You are doing good, you are getting good. You are getting bad, you are doing bad. कितने दिन इसमें फंसा रहेगा? I will pull you out of this. Surrender to me, you can come out of this cycle. All your remaining balance also will clear. Can anybody clear his karma balance? You can never clear your karma balance. You'll do good karma, you have to come back to enjoy good karma. You'll do bad karma, you have to come back and enjoy bad karma. कब निकलोगे karma cycle से? Only when you surrender to him, he'll pull you out. Only when you surrender to him, he'll pull you out. So he is above karma cycle. Understand that. गांधारी ने शाप दिया इसीलिए कृष्णा मर गया. No, that is not possible. No curse on the planet applies to God, but he acts like it applies to him. Remember that. He acts like he applies to him. Why? Because he wants to prove to the world that a sharp given by a chaste woman is so powerful. Gandhari was a very chaste woman. So he wants to teach a lesson to the whole world that even me can get affected if such a chaste woman curses me. Right? एक सती के कोई very very chaste woman, if you go and fiddle with her, you try to spoil her consciousness, उसके मुंह से जो भी निकलेगा तुम सर्वनाश हो जाओगे. In astrology, even now, there is something called Kala Sarpa Dosh. Right? And there is also something called, I forgot the exact Sanskrit name, a woman's curse. In your ancestors, if a woman has cursed the family, the curse continues for generations. And you take birth in that family because you also deserve to go through certain actions, certain things. And it's very difficult to come out of the curse. Very difficult. Right? And many people are cursed. Many people are cursed. Why people go through the difficulties? You go to that Triambakeshwar, they go to all these places, to come out of those curses. But temporary resolution only. Real resolution is chanting Hare Krishna. The chant Hare Krishna, that's the real resolution of curse. Right? So God, Krishna can pull you out of all these curses. Remember that. But Krishna cannot be cursed. But sometimes he shows as if he is cursed. Because I am cursed, this is happening. Right? Because I am cursed, this is happening. Because somebody did, I did something. He is setting an example. Setting an example. And a God's devotee also cannot be cursed. A pure devotee. I'm talking about a pure devotee. Cannot be cursed. And even if he is cursed, that's the whole plan of God. Can you tell me one example? Parikshit Maharaj. He was cursed by Shringi that you'll die in 7 days. You put the dead snake on my father's neck. That curse was planned by whom? Krishna. Krishna planned that because he wanted to reveal Bhagavatam. He wanted Sukadeva Goswami to come and tell the highest truth to Parikshit Maharaj. And he wanted Veda Vyas to document it. Right? For that he planned that curse. And Parikshit Maharaj understood that curse also. Parikshit Maharaj had the power to reverse the curse. You know that? He was a Raja Rishi. He could even reverse the curse. But he said, no, I will not reverse the curse. Krishna, it is your plan. I accept it. And now let me utilize this time for the highest purpose. Every second I want to utilize. You just know, what is the time? Okay. Kars abhi chalu hua. I only have 7 days and 7 nights. I don't want to waste. Janmejay, come take over the kingdom. No need of any registration documents to court, kuch bhi nahi. You take care of the world. Right? He handed over to his sons, and he came out. Directly, he said, I have 6 questions. I have 3 questions. I want to ask. Okay. Who can answer these questions? Immediately Krishna sent Sukadeva Goswami. From nowhere Sukadeva Goswami came. It was not like Sukadeva Goswami is, summoned. He got a letter saying that Parikshit Maharaj is coming there, come to that location. I'm sharing the location.
Immediately after coming out.
Just see the sequence. Is it not orchestrated by God? Parikshit Maharaj is coming out of the kingdom, Sukadeva Goswami is coming there. And both of them come there, and all the sages, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Agni, all the devatas, every sage, entire planet is sitting there, and they're wondering, start speaking now. Because this is a very planned activity. Sapta, Bhagavad Sapta, real Bhagavad Sapta happened there. Right? And the same thing was again repeated in Naimisharanya by Sutta Goswami. And what we are hearing is through Sutta Goswami, hearing about Sukadeva Goswami, what they both spoke. Right? Is God affected by modes? No. And Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita to all of us, you also don't get affected by modes. Traigunya Vishya Veda, Nishtraigunya Bhavarjuna, Nirdvandva Nitva Sattvasto, Niryoga-kshemam Atmavas. He's saying, rise above the 3 modes, Arjuna. Rise above. Don't fall for goodness. Don't fall for badness. Don't fall for all this. These all things are khichdi. ये पूरा खिचड़ी चल रहा है यहाँ पे. Donation देख के अच्छा लग रहा है मेरे को. मैं बहुत बड़ा अच्छा काम किया. तू दिया छोड़ उसको. Don't think about your donation. Your left hand should not know that your right hand has given donation. Finish. Don't be attached to any of this. Do your duty properly. Traigunya Vishya Veda. Rise above the 3 modes. Right? Nir-yoga-kshemam Atmavan. Don't try to settle. Yoga and Kshema. Prabhuji, भगवान मुझे अच्छे तरह से रखो ये दुनिया में. क्या रखो यहाँ पे दुनिया में? ये रहने की जगह है. ये रहने की जगह नहीं है. ये जाने की जगह है. This is not a place to live. This is a place to go. So while you are here, in whichever ashram you are, Brahmacharya ashram, we are all Grihasthas here, Grihastha ashram, or Sannyas ashram, any ashram, Vanapastra ashram. Remember one thing, you are not here to settle. प्रभु जी बस और 1 साल प्रभु सेटल हो जाएंगे. काय का सेटलमेंट की बात कर रहे हो तुम? You will never settle here. There is no. Have you seen one person who has settled? I have not seen so far. Even 90-year-old fellow is telling, अब भी सेटल होंगे. काय का सेटलमेंट? किधर का सेटल? कोई सेटलमेंट नहीं है यहाँ पे. You can never settle. The only settlement is when we settle. We die. Again we'll take birth. Another problem. So don't take birth again. Right? So you have to pray to Lord Krishna that Krishna, you are above the 3 modes. Please pull me out also of the 3 modes. मेरे को भी खींचो. सिर्फ तुम ही खींच सकते हो. अंधे को अंधा रोड दिखा सकता है क्या? Can a blind fellow show path to another blind fellow? No. Only God can show path to us. Or a representative of God can show path to us. Acharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Shankaracharya. Acharya क्यों बोलते हैं? आचरण से they are showing, with their own example they are showing. Right? A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada can show us the path because he is above the 3 modes. You also can rise above the 3 modes provided you learn scriptures which are above the 3 modes. Bhagavad Gita is above the 3 modes. Bhagavad Gita is not teaching you to start giving donation. Bhagavad Gita is not telling you become a good person. Bhagavad Gita is telling come back to God. When you become a devotee, you are automatically a good person. You don't have to put a special endeavor. समझ रहे? Become a devotee. You're automatically a good person. You don't have to say. A devotee can never be a bad person. That I can guarantee you. He'll never do anything that is bad. Everything that he'll do is good. But he's not doing that good to get good results. Right? If you do good to get good results, then there is a problem. When you get a bad result, you'll stop doing that good. है कि नहीं? मैं प्रभु जी मैं दान दे रहा था, 25 साल दान दिया, 25 साल टेम्पल को देखा, मेरी बेटी का शादी हुआ, उसका डाइवोर्स हो गया. क्या मतलब है पूरा करने का? अब दान दे रहे नहीं दे रहे, क्या मतलब है देने का दान? अरे क्यों? Why he stopped giving the donation? Because he was doing good activity with expectation of good results. But if you are a devotee, I am doing the donation until I die. Whether that gives me good results or whether that gives me bad results, I am doing my dharma. जब वो भीख मांगने के लिए क्या बोलते हो लोग? धर्म करो, धर्म करो. धर्म करो का मतलब क्या है? दो और उसके बारे में सोचो मत. दो और उसके बारे में सोचो मत. खत्म. मैंने दे दिया, गया है, मेरे हाथ से गया, मेरा नहीं है वो, पहले वो मेरा है ही नहीं. समझ रहे हैं ना? We should do that. Then you can rise of yourself over the three modes. Rise above yourself. But who can pull you out? No philosopher can pull you out of the three modes. Only Krishna can pull you out of the three modes. Because he is beyond the three modes. That is what is being told here. He transcends the modes of nature, and at the same time, he is the master of the modes of material nature. Wow. Right? We are getting introduced to somebody who is in that situation. 16. Bahir antascha bahutanam. Bahir antascha bahutanam. Acharam charam evacha. Acharam charam evacha. Sukshmatvat tad avijneyam. Durastham chantike chatat. Durastham chantike chatat. The supreme truth exists outside and inside of all living beings. The moving and the non-moving. Because he is subtle, he is beyond the power of the material senses to see or to know. Although far away, he is also near to all. Right? So he is explaining the nature of God. Who is explaining the nature of God? God is explaining his nature. He is only telling. Krishna is telling about himself. Understand? Who is telling here? God is telling. No human being is telling. What is he telling? He is telling, I am inside also, outside also. तो कैसे बचेगा? मैं अंदर भी हूँ, बाहर भी हूँ. है कि नहीं? अंदर किस रूप में है? परमात्मा. बाहर किस रूप में है? भगवान. ब्रह्मन और भगवान मेरी शक्ति के रूप में. Right? I'm inside also, outside also. And what is he telling? I'm in the moving and non-moving also. I'm in matter also, I'm in spirit also. Is he there in the stone? He's there in the stone. Is there any doubt? Anybody else? Hiranyakashipu had a doubt. He's there in the stone or not? He kicked that stone, he came out and killed him. He's there in everything. Non-moving and moving. There is nothing. Actually, there is nothing called matter. Actually, there is nothing called matter. But he creates matter. He creates marginal energy. Like we are souls. We can be in matter or we can be in spirit. Because he is subtle, meaning because he is not limited. Subtle means it is not limited. He is beyond the power of material senses. Meaning with my eyes I want to see him. With your eyes you cannot see him. With his eyes you can see him. Right? Our eyes are only tuned to see what we are supposed to see. Right? So we cannot see many things. Prabhuji, मेरे को आंख है मैं सब देख सकता हूँ. If so much wind will come here, can you see? So much wind. Prabhuji, I cannot see. अरे अभी तो बोल रहा था देख सकते हो. है कि नहीं? You cannot see beyond. Can you tell You know, can you see that ant inside that window, that black color window? Second ant also came. Can you see? I can tell anything, make a fool of you. Again, you cannot see, I also cannot see. But Krishna can see. Krishna can see. Understood? Krishna can see a black ant in a dark room in an unknown place. He can see. Because he's inside also, outside also. He's not limited to our material senses to see or know him. Although far, far, भगवान कितना दूर है? रोजी बहुत दूर है भगवान, बहुत दूर, कोई दूर नहीं, यहीं पे तुम्हारे अंदर है। प्रभु जी स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड जाना पड़ेगा। स्पिरिचुअल जाने के लिए कितना टाइम लगेगा? यहाँ से अयोध्या जाने को कितना टाइम लगेगा? प्रभु जी ट्रेन से 30 घंटा लगेगा, प्लेन से 2 घंटा लगेगा। दिस इज मेटल कैलकुलेशन। बट अगर आंख बंद करके जय श्री राम चले गए होते, इज हियर यहीं पे हो आप। राम का जो राम है यहीं पे। आप अगर we close our eyes and with devotion we call his name, he is there। हम अयोध्या में ही है, यही अयोध्या है। अगर हम चाहें तो यही अयोध्या है। So he's far, at the same time is so near. When you call, do I need to go to Tirupati and pray, or can I also pray from here? Tirupati is here. So why should I go to Tirupati? Ticket waste, jana waste. काय को जाना वहाँ पे? It is another stupid philosophy. People talk. मंदिरों की क्या जरूरत है? भगवान हर जगह पे। उसका आंसर क्या बताओगे? बताओ। What is your answer? मंदिरों के बजाने की जरूरत है? आप ही ने बोला ना प्रभु जी, ऐसे आंख बंद करो, जय श्री राम बोलो, हो गया अयोध्या। नहीं आएंगे अयोध्या। क्यों चाहिए मंदिर? हाँ? कॉन्शियसनेस। बहुत सारे कारण। फर्स्ट कारण ये है कि तुम अपने कंफर्ट जोन से उठो, थोड़ा ऑस्टेरिटी लो मेरे पास आने के लिए। वो दिखाओ तो सही, राइट? शो कृष्णा सीज योर एंडेवर दैट एम आई कमिंग आउट ऑफ माय कंफर्ट जोन टू कम टुवर्ड्स मी। या यहीं बैठ के अरे तुम हर जगह पे हुआ है ऐसे, अरे आओ, लेकिन योर फादर कॉल्ड यू, ना आई इन लॉट ऑफ पेन, कैन यू कम? What will you tell your father? Nana, keep the phone, I'll pray for you here. Or you will tell, I'm coming. Does it mean prayer doesn't work? What will you do after going there? You'll pray. Which prayer is better? Praying here or praying there? Praying there. He's sitting there. He's saying, come to me. I want to see your endeavor. मैं तुम्हारा प्यार देखना चाहता हूँ. तुम आओ मेरे पास. मैं आऊंगा. मैं हर चीज साइड में लगा के आऊंगा तुम्हारे पास. Second, when you go there, that is a place, where all great sadhus have gone. It's a holy place. Right? धाम में क्या है स्पेशलिटी? पूरा स्पिरिचुअल एनर्जी बैठा है वहां पे, सारे साधु बैठे हैं वहां पे। वहां जाके रूम का ये मत देखो, मेरे को एसी रूम मिला, आधा रूम है, 1 टन एसी है, 2 टन एसी है, नहीं, मैं धाम में आ गया। धाम में क्या स्पेशलिटी है? धाम का स्पेशलिटी इज साधु। भगवान तो है, साधु है, right? Now my sadhu, right? I've got sadhu now. What other? In that place I can focus more because I have no other diversion. Ayodhya is famous for what? Mathura is famous for what? Some people tell peda. Mathura is not famous for peda. Mathura is famous for Janmasthan. पेड़ा तो बाहर मिलता है, जो पेड़ा सोच के था वो एड़ा है। पेड़ा फेमस नहीं है, मथुरा कृष्ण के लिए फेमस है कि नहीं? तो प्रभु जी वहां जाओ, वहां का प्रसाद बहुत अच्छा है। प्रसाद क्यों अच्छा है तुमको वहां लाने के लिए? पेड़ा क्यों बनाए वहां पे? मथुरा में पेड़ा इतना अच्छा क्यों बनाते? तिरुपति में लड्डू इतना अच्छा क्यों है? Huh? I was recently hearing actually laddu is not the main prasad of Tirupati. It's the that वो जो गारा बनाते हैं ना वो क्या hard vada, that is the main prasad. Laddu became later because we like laddu, but that's also okay. Laddu is also okay, but that is the main prasad. So what was I saying? God is in everything. He's calling us. So we should also go to a temple. Temple is needed. Temple is a centric place where correction happens. Temple is like a school, like a college. You go to college to get educated. And then you show your education there. When you go to Tirupati, try to find service to do in Tirupati. Now beautifully they have introduced. A lot of people can book your service and go in advance. Stay there, 7 days, do service only. Do some service. Taking care of tickets, taking care of laddus, taking care of this, taking care of, so many services are coming. So go to a dham to do service. Right? The biggest service you can do is don't put any plastic there. If you see any plastic, lift it and put it in dustbin. Right? So many things you can do by doing. But understand, God is everywhere. God is everywhere. Right? He is not far, he is very near. He looks to be far, but he is very near. When your prayers are sincere. We'll just do one more verse. I just want to finish the God aspect till here. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu. Vibhaktam iva cha sthitam. Vibhaktam iva cha sthitam. Bhuta bhratar cha taj jneyam. Grashishnu Prabhavishnu cha. Grashishnu Prabhavishnu cha. Although the super soul appears to be divided among all beings, he is never divided. He is situated as one. Although he is the maintainer of every living entity, it is to be understood that he devours and develops all. He devours also, he develops also. Devours means what? Swallows, finishes. At the same time, he develops all. Right? So, very beautifully, God's qualities are being explained that Paramatma is there in you. No, God in you is better than God in me. Is there a meaning in that? Huh? कोई meaning नहीं उसमें. God is same, whether he is in you or he is there in me. Now I'll ask something very controversial. If you think it's controversial, God in a Muslim and God in me, is it different? It's not different. Problem is if you start thinking it's different. Sanatan Dharma teaches that God is same. You can approach him in different ways. But some Abrahamic religions, due to wrong interpretation and wrong preaching, they create enemies. Saying that if you don't believe in my God, I will kill you. Is that a right thing? It's a wrong thing. It's absolutely a wrong thing. Hare, God is in me also. Fundamental thing that they can't understand is the same God has produced me also, you also. It's not like a different God produced me. We all came the same way. Right? So we are all having the same God. You just understand. No. You don't believe in this, so I'll kill you. You don't believe in this, so I'll go to hell. We never say that. The greatness of Sanatan Dharma is we never say that. But unfortunately, sometimes when Sanatan Dharma is in trouble, we have to save it. Because only Sanatan Dharma can save this planet. If Sanatan Dharma is not there, people will kill each other like butchers. Because you don't believe in my God, I don't believe in your God. You don't believe in my God, मारते रहो एक दूसरे को. Last में कोई नहीं बचेगा. But when Sanatan Dharma is there, everybody can stay. Everybody can coexist. Right? So please go and vote. वोटिंग करो, घर में मत बैठो. अगर आपका वोट राजस्थान में है, राजस्थान को जाओ, वोट करके आओ. उससे it's important कुछ भी नहीं है. Because why are we voting for? We want Sanatan Dharma to stay. When Sanatan Dharma stays, everybody can stay. A Muslim also can stay, a Hindu also can stay, a Christian also can stay. Every religion can stay if Sanatan Dharma stays. If Sanatan Dharma is removed, then I'm sorry, we cannot stay. Yeah. Philosophy is not to allow anybody to stay if you don't believe in something. You're not against anybody. But if somebody is against us, हम भी चूड़ी नहीं पहने, ये समझ लो, ठीक है? We have to do what is needed. The first thing at least we can do is vote so that Sanatana Dharma can stay. Right? That's something that is our duty. Now, he's saying, although he's the maintainer of our living entity, it is to be understood that he devours also, develops also. So he's the creator also, he's the annihilator also, he's a maintainer also. तो किसको ब्लेम करोगे? कृष्ण को ही ब्लेम करो. कृष्णा wants us to recognize that. इधर उधर मत भागो. मंडे एक जगह पे, ट्यूसडे एक जगह पे, वेडनेसडे एक जगह पे. हर दिन एक ही आदमी को पकड़ के डांटो. कृष्ण को. You know, Krishna is very happy if you shout at him, because you are shouting at him. You are recognizing तू ही है कारण. बना तू ही रे, तेरे ही वजह से मेरा जिंदगी है. उसको डांटो, उसको पकड़ो. द्रौपदी किसको डांटी? Shouted at Krishna. What nonsense were you doing? Huh? In this verse you are doing, you are there everywhere, here also, outside also, inside also. मेरा वहां पे मेरा कपड़ा निकाल रहे थे, तू किधर था? It's a valid question or no? What did Krishna give as answer? You know what Krishna gave as answer? When Draupadi shouted at him like that, when he came to meet him in the forest, as soon as Draupadi saw Krishna, she shouted, तुम किधर थे? तुम कैसे मित्र हो? तुम कैसे सखा हो? मेरे साथ इतना जब हो रहा था, so many things, where were you? तुम तो भगवान हो, सब जानते हो, हर चीज में तुम हो, तो वहां क्यों नहीं थे? You know what was Krishna's answer? He did not tell this verse. Abhikyatam chamuteshu, he didn't tell all that. He told, I'm sorry. This is what is there in the Vyasa's Mahabharata. Bhagavan is telling, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Krishna. I'm sorry. He calls Draupadi as Krishna. I'm sorry. But I promise you one thing. Every person in that Rajya Sabha who allowed this to happen, their wives will cry on their dead bodies. This is my promise. And he cooled her down. He can tell a lot of philosophy. That why didn't you call me? At the end you called me. In beginning you called Vidura, मेरे को बचाओ. Then you called बीच में मेरे को बचाओ. Then Drona मेरे को बचाओ. Huh? Then Dhritarashtra ji बचाओ. आखिरी में हे काना, हे गोविंदा. Then I came. You should have called me. He didn't tell all that philosophy. Because Krishna respects our individuality also. He said, I'm sorry, but don't worry. I am giving you this promise. Every single person will die who was a cause for this. And Pandavas also went through a lot of prayaschitta for what they had to allow, what they allowed for, right? But that prayaschitta is also planned by God. The prayaschitta also is planned by God to teach all of us a lesson that gambling is never a good thing to do. Gambling is very dangerous to do. Don't go into that internet apps. These days they are available for IPL. You know, that I'll put 1,000 rupees in 10,000 rupees, I'll get a next ball. Very dangerous, Prabhus. Very dangerous. That is gambling.
All the teenagers are there getting
Right?
into this trap.
People are losing lakhs. Lakhs. You know, I know it's not Bhagavad Gita topic, but in Las Vegas or in what is that other Atlantic City, there are two cities on East Coast also, West Coast also in America. When you win in gambling, I saw it live. almost the main manager of the casino will come. The main manager of the casino, he's informed, this person has won. He put $10, he got $10,000. What is $10,000? He put $10, he got 10,000. The casino's main manager is informed, and he'll come, he will announce this particular Patrick or Mr. John has won $10,000. Then the whole ring will move. Whole casino lights will tick, 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 they'll go. Entire casino will look at it, they'll clap, they'll make you feel as if you have achieved the greatest thing in life. They celebrate you earning $10,000. What is their loss? $9,990 that day casino lost. But they celebrate your victory because for the rest of the life you are their servant. Khatam. Khatam ho gaya. You won once in youth. You won once in gambling. You have become the servant of gambling. Khatam. That fellow will go put his retirement funds also in gambling, expecting the same day. He'll expect the same day again. That day will come again. Every whole ring will come, manager will come, they'll tell. He'll expect this, he'll lose his entire money. If you go to America, you go to supermarket. How many years have gone to America? At least once. You go to supermarket. You'll see old people standing in that billing section. Old people. We don't see old people in our supermarket because old people are taken care by their children. There are no children, no grandfather, father relation, nothing. Kuch bhi nahi, na? Social security, paisa milta hai, na? You know what they did? 99.99% of those old people, they lost their money in casino. They took their entire retirement fund. They went to Atlantic City or they went to Las Vegas or any of the casinos. They put everything to become a billionaire. They lost everything. At the age of 90, he doesn't have a single penny. If he doesn't work today, he will not get his meal. And he doesn't know where his son is. He doesn't know where his daughter is. And they also don't care. Because that is their culture. What gambling can do. Right? So horrible things. So horrible things. Gambling can do. What is it, bro? That is not detachment. That is independence. Leaving your family is independence. You want independence. You don't want your children to tell you what to do. See, at the age of, I'm just telling as an example, in this age, right? Say somebody like me wants to get married again. What will everybody tell? Prabhuji, जरूरत है क्या? 2 बच्चा हो गया, हाँ? 2 बच्चा हो गया, उसमें से एक लुच्चा है, उसका देखभाल करो. क्यों you have to get into all this? Why they are telling all that? Because my family is with me. My family is with me, right? I'm so tied to my family. But in a culture where I completely, say my family is not related to me. After 14, you earn your own pocket money. After 18, you go and sleep with anybody. I don't care. Don't come to my house and ask. My funds are my funds. My property is my property. Kya bachega? In that situation, if you announce, I'm going to get married at the age of 60, what will the society tell? Very nice. We'll come to that marriage. Because they don't see a relationship between family. वो जरूरी है नहीं. Marriage क्या है? Enjoyment के लिए. Enjoyment. I want to get enjoy. I want to get enjoy.
So they need somebody to live together in that time. So that is one of the reasons they get married.
Prabhu, surprisingly, okay, anyway, different topic, but we'll end with this. They first become parents at a young age without marriage, right? And then sometimes they marry at a very young age also. A lot of Americans marry at a very young age, and all those marriages are divorces. All those marriages. People getting married when the girl is 18, 16, 17. They have all kinds of things happening there, right? So many divorces. And then they keep marrying again and again and again till the time they find the right partner, right? A stupid thing, in between the whole crowd, that fellow will suddenly bend down, he'll show a ring and like, will you marry me? 5th time he's doing. Huh? And then she's like, I'm not ready for it. We'll have sex, but I'm not ready for it. As if that's a very respectful thing. Just imagine, I want to live with you, but I don't want to marry you. It's a joke in YouTube. You go and see proposals rejected. You put in YouTube. 20 minutes, you'll laugh. One fellow in front of everybody is proposing. She's like, no, and she runs away. Then she'll come back to his house. Both will sleep in the night. But they don't want to get married. No commitment. Because if you give commitment, there is a problem. Right? This is an animalistic civilization. Earlier Americans were not like that, Prabhu. None of them were like that. They became like that because of money. Because of commercial materialism, they became like that. We're not pointing towards West. We are pointing towards a civilization that is in development, which is also coming here now. Right? It's very unfortunate it's coming here. But क्या करें उसको रोक नहीं सकते. कलयुग ऐसे ही रहता है ना. कलयुग ऐसे ही रहता है. Okay, so yeah, so there is some more, but we'll stop here. Any questions? So here, Krishna is explaining about him. 13 dot. We finished in 13 dot 17, right? We did a recap also, so that we are all in sync what we are discussing. So please understand that we should understand who is God. 2-3 things, important things we learned today. Does God punish? Is God far away? No. What is the main goal in life?
Go back to God.
To go back to God. Love God. Okay? What is real knowledge that has to be known? Who is God and who am I? Who is Purusha? Who is Prakriti? And who is trying to be a Purusha here? All of us. Right? What we should actually be? Prakriti. Prakriti is enjoyed by Purusha. Hari Bol. I'm very happy. Hare Krishna. We had a long gap in between, like 30. 3 hafta or 2 weeks? I don't know. 3 weeks gap. I'm very grateful that after 3 weeks you still want to see my face. Yeah. First and last, right? Hare Krishna, bro. You told it so nicely. Yeah, we started April. Then Krishna made me April Fool. I'm appearing now again. Yeah. So, so regarding Ayodhya Yatra, I want to tell something about Shubha Vilas Prabhu. Shubha Vilas Prabhu is one of the best speakers of Ramayana in the world. We are not talking about ISKCON. We are not talking about, a sect of thinkers. In the world, one of the best speakers, right? And he has accepted to take us. It's so rare. I requested him. He has written so many books on Ramayana. You know what he does? He takes all Sampradaya Acharya commentaries, he reads all of it, and then he brings that essence of all that commentaries into his books. How many of you have bought Ramayana series by Shubha Vilas Prabhu? Please buy. It's a great investment for your children also. You know what he does? He there is a phase of Ramayana he'll write. For example, I'm just giving an example. I was amazed when I read this. Jambavant tells Hanumanji that please try to remember who you are. This is what is there in Ramayana. Try to remember who you are. Now you can serve Krishna. If you remember, you are not an ordinary person. You have been given a lot of boons. Please remember who you are. And immediately, he starts remembering. Hanumanji starts remembering. And then he remembers that actually his curse was when you were going to serve a great person for a great cause, then you'll get back all your powers. Until then, you will not get back. So this was a curse. The sages did not curse you will lose all your powers. Sages said you lose your powers until you use the powers for a great purpose. So immediately remembers the purpose to unite Sita and Ram, and he remembers and he gets all his powers back. Now this Ramayana. Now Shubha Vilas Prabhu will take this particular part and he comes out with lessons out of this. What is one of the greatest lessons? Who is the hero of Ramayana? Ramji, of course. Right? When did Hanuman become also the hero of Ramayana? When he flew. Until then, nobody knew Hanumanji. Hanumanji was one of the other army persons of Sugriva. That's all. Hanumanji became popular only when he jumped. Then the whole Sundarakanda started. But everybody talks about Ram, everybody talks about Hanuman, but nobody talks about Jambavant. Who made the real hero? Jambavant. Right? Because Jambavant was focused on the goal but not on the role. He could have also jumped. Jambavant could have jumped. But he gave that opportunity to Hanumanji. He was focused on the goal. He felt, I cannot do better job. Hanumanji can do better job. He is blessed by Lord Shiva. He is Ansha of Lord Shiva. He is blessed with all these powers. He can go and give a lesson to Ravan. So let me remind him of all the powers. So who became popular? Hanumanji became popular. Jambavant did not become popular. So in our life also, we should not focus on the role. We should focus on the goal. Same principle if you take into your offices. Don't focus on your role, focus on the goal. Focus on making the project successful, not who you are in the project. You're a project manager or a developer or program manager or a director or a sponsor, doesn't matter. Focus. What an amazing lesson. So the beauty of Shubhavilas Prabhu is, he takes the entire Ramayana and he took each section, small incident, and he brought lessons out of it. You can take that book and give a management seminar. Any page of it you can do. Right? And he has gone to the nitty-gritty, most detailed level of Ramayana. If he speaks Ramayana, go to YouTube, there's a Shubhavilas Prabhu Ramayana. You will be amazed. He's a great storyteller. Natural storyteller. Right? You just sit down and hear for 10 hours also. Right? And he is going to Ayodhya. Then Ram is installed. You cannot make it happen again and again. You cannot make it happen again and again. So my humble request is, whatever commitment might be there, if the whole family cannot come, some of you can come. Best is whole family can come. If whole family comes, nothing like it. Right? So another group is also joining. Our group is joining from Hyderabad. There is another group joining. Together it is being organized. Right now in Ayodhya, it seems, it's being organized by his team. I am not doing anything in that. We are only booking tickets, paying the price. They are taking care of prasad, they are taking care of accommodation, allocation, local transport, everything they are taking care. Once you reach Ayodhya, they take over. Once you leave Ayodhya, then you take over. Right? So they are taking care of everything. You just have to go there. And they're taking care. I have also listed down the places they are going to take us. If you read the brochure, there are all the places. The beauty is that very exact place Prabhuji will sit and tell Katha. That very place where Lakshman did something, where Lord Ram played in a garden, if that place is there, he will go sit there and explain what happened. It will be amazing. Huh? Yeah. It's August 15th to 18th. I only requested that weekend because earlier that was in September end. Almost. But because we go for another yatra, Kartik Yatra in November, first week, both yatras cannot come close by. Many families, they said, Prabhu, try to keep it apart a little bit. So August 15th is a holiday. Okay? I'll just, okay, let it get recorded, that's okay. So August 15th is a holiday, which is Thursday. Friday you have to take it off. Right? Friday off, then Saturday, Sunday. So you have to reach on 15th morning. By what time? 12 o'clock. It's not like early morning. Because 12 o'clock check-in will happen. Whatever hotels will go, check-in will happen. After check-in, we'll have lunch. Then the yatra will start. Then they'll start taking you to all the places. Then you go to on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday, you will check out in the morning. 10:30, you will check out. Friday. You will take your luggage and go to a place. That day also there will be Katha. You will go to a place. From that place, you will have lunch. And after that, you will disperse. So Sunday afternoon, your yatra is over. Right? So there are 2-3 choices to go to Ayodhya. Even it's new for me also. I was exploring. One is you can take a train to Prayagraj. right? If people can see, flights are there. There's 7,600 or something one way. So per person it will be 15,000 only for the flight, right? And plus 12,000 for all the accommodation, food, transportation, everything together. Prasad, everything together is 12,000. So almost 27,000 per person, which is high. You know, for some it might be low, but for me it is also high. So one other choice is, okay, either I have to buy time or I have to give time, right? So I've chosen the give time thing. I think I'll take one more day leave. What I'll do is I'll have to start one day before, right? So I'm starting one day before and reaching Prayagraj. 2 days before actually I'm starting. I'm starting instead of Thursday, I'm starting on Tuesday. So I'm reaching Prayagraj by Wednesday. Because anyway I'm going to Prayagraj. I don't know when I'll go to Prayagraj. I'm spending one day in Prayagraj. I'll only book a hotel. I'll go to the main places there, some places there. I'll spend the time till evening. Next day morning, I'll check out and I'll go to Ayodhya, which is exactly 4 hours from there. So by the time check-in happens, I can be in Ayodhya and my Ayodhya Yatra starts. Right? And Sunday night, there is a train. Sunday night. Sunday afternoon, it gets over. Sunday night, there is a train. Monday night, I'll be here. So one more day I'm taking. I'm taking off. If you can manage working from a train, by going online and whatever you can do, you do. Otherwise, take a leave if you have to take that way. Or your family can come in the train. You have to come to office, you come by flight. It's a smart way of handling things. Okay, my family can take one more day. They can come in a day. I have to go because I have a meeting. You can come. Or the same way, while going also. Right? So book your tickets right away. The train is only one. And as we speak, it is getting booked. Taka, 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 taka. I also kept, I think 100 seats are there. Sleeper is also there. Third AC also is there. I think 100, when I took, there were more than 100 third AC seats. Right? Well, second AC is almost over. 8 was there last. So you can choose which way you want. But this is a very important yatra because one is Shovilas Prabhu is coming, which I can't make it happen again. You don't want to hear from me there. I'm not expert in Ramayana. You should hear from a right person. And all other devotees are also coming. Many devotees are coming. It will be like 300 people and you are together saying, Jai Shri Ram. How nice it will be. And Kirtan, while doing Kirtan, we'll enter the new temple. Just imagine. We'll be doing nice Kirtan, dancing. We'll enter. Otherwise, you'll just go in a line like this. You want to go in a line like this or you want to do Kirtan, dance and go into Ram? Ramji's new place. So nothing like yatra. I'm motivating all of you. Everybody will have some commitments. Nobody is free. But we have to make ourselves free to come to this kind of yatra. And do the booking immediately. And what I'm telling is first fill that Google form. There is a Google form. First fill that form. So that we know that you're coming. Right? And then already it is confirmed. We can start booking your tickets. Yesterday I got a confirmation from Shovilas Prabhu. Done. I'm also getting another group. Don't worry about number. Whatever number it is, we are doing the yatra. But I need to tell a number to him also. Na? Then I will ask him where to send the 12,000 rupees. After our salaries will get credited, we'll become wealthy again. Right? So in the first week of the month, you can make the payment. I'll ask him, by this date, Prabhu will make the payments. Initial commitment to 2,000 will put or one. In remaining 10,000 by this date, we'll put that. Right? So if there is more difficulty, then I'll also ask if there is installment and all. But then I know that they also have to make payments. They're better to clear it off. Next, immediately book your trains or your planes. Another way to go to Ayodhya is go to Lucknow. Lucknow, there is no direct train. Lucknow is closer than Prayagraj. Lucknow is only 100 kilometers from Ayodhya. 3.5 hours. Lucknow, you can go from Lucknow to Ayodhya. You can go by bus. Maybe there is a train also. I don't know. But Lucknow flights are a little cheaper. I've seen they're around 6,000 or something. Right? You can choose to go to Lucknow. But the cost of going from Lucknow to there again will be another 1,000 rupees, which is equal flight to Ayodhya. Right? So flight almost I felt is the same. There is no direct train to Ayodhya. You have to go through some station. So a Delhi flight is 5,000 rupees. You can choose. But Delhi to Ayodhya is again a long distance. Yeah? Not really advisable. Whichever way you see, yena kena prakarena, reach Ayodhya. Right? You can bring, what I'm saying is at least chant 4 rounds. Whoever is chanting at least 4 rounds. Please come. And bring your family members also. You can bring your family members, but if you are not coming, no family member is allowed. Because you want right consciousness there. Right? You have to stay there. You have to sit there in the lecture. While lecture is going on, you go for shopping. It's not right. We are all going as one group. We should stick as one group. And we should only have prasad. Right? They are going to give us very nice, everything taken care prasad. Accommodation also, they are going to book AC accommodation, they told. I mean, they are going to make us comfortable. It's not a very austerity yatra. They told that they're going to book decent accommodation. And if some old age people have some requirements, that also can be accommodated, like lower floors without where there is no lift, that can be given, etc., etc. Okay? So please, whoever wants to come, do it quickly, जल्दी करो, क्योंकि फिर बाद में आप last minute में आके बोलोगे मुझे भी अयोध्या आना है, then you might not get a hotel near where we stay. We might stay in one side of Ayodhya, you might have to go and stay in another side of Ayodhya. Then you have to take a special rickshaw and come wherever Satsang is happening. You know what I'm saying? Now when it is getting planned, we'll all be pushed into the same hotel, same or nearby hotel. Like that. Right? Buses also will be booked. Some places you may have to go by bus. So suddenly you increase the number, they can't book another new bus for you. Right? You may have to take rickshaw and come. So last minute we'll have last minute challenges. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad Radharani Hiranyakashi Purvakshah Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho Yato Yato Yam Tato Narsimho Bhagir Narsimho Hridaye Narsimho Narasimhamajim Sharanam Prapadye Abhakara Kamala Dhare Madhuta Shringa Dalita Niranya Kashato Tanubhanga Yeshavadata Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Avakara Kamalabhare Adbhuta Shringara Dalita Kashato Tanubhanga Keshavadata Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Narasimha 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 Jaya Narasimha Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada भक्त विघ्नाश नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की, ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता ग्रंथ की, ऑल assembled devotees की, मयों कृषि भगवद गीता सत्संग की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरे कृष्ण। थैंक यू, थैंक यू। So there is one more yatra also. I've sent